This is football legend Ronaldinho, and this is me scoring against him. But how did I get here? Well, you see, ever since a kid, it's been my dream to play with my football idols. Last year, I played with Ronaldinho, and that was a dream come true. He was absolutely unstoppable. But this year, I'm up against my hero, and I don't know if I'll be able to beat him. With thousands of fans in the stadium, millions watching worldwide, and a World Cup legend as my captain, the pressure is on. This is the biggest challenge of my life, and I have to beat Ronaldinho. So for the next 7 days, I'll be training harder than ever to take on one of the greatest football players of all time. Today, we will focus on Ronaldinho's best attribute, dribbling. We'll be going through 3 different dribbling drills with a special challenge in the final one.
Ronaldinho has elite close control, so when he's dribbling, the ball is glued to his foot, making it impossible for defenders to tackle him.
So, I laid out a bunch of cones, and now it's time to dribble like Ronaldinho. Now, this drill may look easy, but it's harder than it looks. In my first few attempts, I kept hitting the cones.
Whew, hey, this is harder than it looks. See, Ronaldinho would have done this and not hit a single cone. So we're going to keep going until we do it exactly how Ronaldinho looks.
But after a while, I started to get the hang of it. And just like Ronaldinho, I was going through the cones with both feet. And by the end of it, I was dribbling just like Ronaldinho.
Now we all know Ronaldinho is the OG of Jogo Bonito. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be practicing my best Ronaldinho skills.
As we all know, Ronaldinho is one of the best skillers of all time. As a young player, Ronaldinho would spend hours and hours mastering his skills. I made sure to try out different skills and express myself just like Ronaldinho does. The more touches I took, the more confident I was feeling. And most importantly, I had fun whilst I was doing it.
Now it's time to put what I've been practicing into action. Troy behind me has 3 attempts to stop me from scoring.
The final dribbling drill of the day is a 1v1. And on my first attempt, I pulled off this crazy rainbow flip.
Oh! So close! I literally just destroyed him, but I missed, so it doesn't count. At least it doesn't count as one of the best rainbows I've done.
I only have 3 attempts, so on attempt 2, I knew I had to score.
So now I've got one more attempt to beat Troy, and this time, I've got something very special in mind.
If I wanted to win this battle, I needed to score on my final attempt. After a crazy flick up, I pulled out the best bicycle kick I've ever scored into the top corner to beat Troy and complete my dribbling training.
Hey, that might be one of the best goals I ever scored.
But will I be able to use what I've learned here to score a goal versus Ronaldinho's team? The next stage of training for the match versus Ronaldinho is shooting. Now on match day, my biggest target is to score a goal against Ronaldinho's team. So I had to prepare from now. And to do that, we'll be trying to recreate one of Ronaldinho's best goals ever. His amazing goal versus Chelsea in the Champions League.
Now Ronaldinho may have scored this in a Champions League match, but when he was a young player, he didn't have facilities like this to practice the goal. So I've come to my old pitch to recreate his goal.
So I got straight into the first attempt.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one.
Now the technique Ronaldinho used to score this goal is extremely difficult. To be able to toe poke the ball from outside the box, you need so much power and accuracy to beat the goalkeeper.
Okay, we're getting the height now, we just need more accuracy. Ronaldinho put it right in the corner. And this ground is definitely not making it easy.
And then, on my next attempts, I actually managed to score 2 really nice goals. I can feel myself getting closer to recreating Ronaldinho's goal.
Hey, that is a finish! But that's not quite the goal, it went bottom corner.
And then, this happened.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the one, bro. That's the one.
And after that perfect recreation, I had completed my shooting training. And now, if the ball fell to me on match day, I felt ready to score. Now, we only had one final stage of training left. This would be by far the hardest stage yet. For the final stage of training, I had to fly all the way to New York. And when I arrived, I was given a secret location to go to. But when I arrived at the location, it all started to make sense. You see, last year when I played with Ronaldinho, I came to this exact pitch to compete against New York's best ballers. And my team defeated everyone. But now, they want revenge. So to complete my training and earn the chance to play versus Ronaldinho, I must win 4 out of 4 pickup games at the iconic Tier 5. We go straight into the first game, and right from the start, I had a massive chance to score the first goal. I ran forward and played it to my teammate, who squared it back to me, but as I went to flick the ball up and backheel it, the defender nicked it away. The training I did must be paying off because my footwork felt very, very sharp today, but my shooting wasn't looking as good right now. I wasted 2 chances with some wild shots. But then, after the ball landed at my feet from a deflection, I fake shot it past the first defenders. I burst past the next 2 defenders. I took it past the goalkeeper and it was an empty net. But I took too long to shoot and the defender made the tackle. But luckily for my team, after some scrappy moments in defense, Usi managed to get the first goal. After some great footwork to get there, we managed to score what turned out to be the winning goal.
We got a win today, good start. Did some nice skills, but I need some goals because in that Ronaldinho match, I want to score a goal.
So in the second pickup game, I started off how I meant to go on. I was feeling so confident, so it was only a matter of time before I got my goal. This time, we were up against some difficult opponents. So from the start, my team were pressing them hard.
Good press, you. Good press, good press.
And then after a great press from me and Usi, the ball landed at the feet of our teammate, who smashed it into the net to give us the first goal of the game. Now after the first goal, our team's chemistry was amazing. We were completely on top now and our opponents couldn't get near us. And I was starting to ball out. My footwork looked so sharp after all the training I'd done. But it was the same story. I just couldn't get my goal. And it was becoming a pattern in the team after we went close twice from 2 great efforts.
Good shot.
But I was still determined, so I kept working hard for my team. All I wanted to do was score. So when I saw 2 defenders in front of me, I did some step overs, then took it past both of them, but my shot was blocked. It was starting to feel like I just wouldn't get my goal. And that was causing me to start getting frustrated. But luckily for me, I wasn't even gonna have to score because my teammate pulled out this amazing piece of skill and a lovely finish to give us the win. With 2 wins in our first 2 games, my team were doing amazing, but I still hadn't scored my goal. And again, my team started off flying. Usi pulled out an amazing skill on the wing and then almost scored straight from kickoff. And then on the next attack, I received the ball on the left wing. I stood up the defender, but he was defending me well. But when I looked up, I saw my boy Usi. And well, here's what happened next. After some amazing 1-2 play with Usi, he found me in the box and I flicked it up to score this amazing bicycle kick, just like I practiced in training. I had finally scored my first goal of the day and my team weren't done there. After this great crossfield pass, Usi laid it into the path to our striker, who ended the game.
So now we need 1 more win and I complete the challenge. I can play against Ronaldinho.
But in this final match, we were coming up against the best team yet. But I had my boy Usi Footy with me, so I was feeling quite confident. And one thing about me and Usi, when we're on the same team together, we have 99 chemistry. So when I made a darting run into the box, Usi found me with this amazing reverse pass. I ran onto it and slotted it past the goalkeeper with ease. Literally no one on the pitch besides us saw that coming. And now we were 1-0 up in the biggest match yet. But that lead didn't last for long. After the opponent's star player scored this amazing goal. At this point in the day, my legs were really starting to hurt. So as time was running out, I was gonna give it one last push. I received the ball at the halfway line, took it past 3 players, then played it out wide to my teammate. My teammate looked up and played the through ball to me. I composed myself, did a step over, then smashed it into the bottom corner to make it 2-0 and 4 out of 4 wins. Meaning I've officially completed my training to play versus Ronaldinho.
You know what that means? I'm going to Miami. Play versus Ronaldinho.
The stage was set, the fans had arrived, and it was time to play in the beautiful game. Running out onto the Inter Miami pitch felt like a dream. I was surrounded by legends and professional footballers, and even Messi's bodyguard, who was my teammate today. I'd worked so hard to be ready for this moment, so now I couldn't wait to get out on that pitch and show the world what I got. The players came out before kickoff and all the excitement was hitting me. I was about to face up against legends. Our captain and former Champions League winner Makelele came out, and then the king himself, one of the greatest players ever, Ronaldinho, stepped out, and seeing him meters away from me was absolutely surreal. Last year I had the pleasure of playing on the same team as Ronaldinho, but now I was about to play against him. This was going to be one of the hardest challenges of my life, and to make it even harder, just before kickoff I found out the bad news that I was starting on the bench. But I would get my big chance later in this video. Ronaldinho went over and then the game kicked off. And from the start, the tackles were flying in. But that didn't faze Ronaldinho, as he was already showing off his fancy footwork. And early on, it was Ronaldinho who was pulling the strings for his team. Every time he got on the ball, his team was straight onto the attack. It felt like sooner or later, they would strike first. But it was in fact my team who went up the other end and did this. After an amazing run forward, a lovely ball over to him, my teammate and professional footballer Castellanos scored this beautiful volley to give us the lead. And we kept the pressure up as next attack, Ben played a lovely through ball to our striker, whose shot just rolled past the post. Ronaldinho's team remained composed and were even pulling out some crazy skills against us. But maybe that wasn't for everyone. And with Ronaldinho playmaking in the midfield, they'd always have a chance. Ronaldinho picked the ball up on the left, came inside and put in a dangerous cross, but no one was there to meet it. The momentum had completely shifted, and you could feel Ronaldinho's team were close to scoring. Mark Bartra flicked the ball over his head, then played it into Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho looked up and played a great pass into their winger, who slipped in Bartra, who took the ball round the keeper to equalize the game. Ronaldinho and his team were playing with pure confidence now. At times, it felt like we were watching prime Brazil. Minutes before halftime, Ronaldinho picked up the ball 30 yards out. He went for a crazy chip, but our keeper pushed it onto the crossbar. We were an inch away from going into halftime losing. Ronaldinho had completely taken over this game and we didn't know how to stop him. And to make matters worse, I was still on the bench. The second half began and Team Ronaldinho took the lead. Yassine, Messi's bodyguard, had come on though, and he was definitely making his presence known. Early in the second half, my team got the stroke of luck we needed as our striker capitalized on a mistake to level it again. But at the same time, Team Ronaldinho decided to turn it up a notch. Quaresma received the ball on the right and ran at the defender. He dropped the first one to the ground, cut past the second one, and then scored a crazy Trivela shot into the top corner. Quaresma pulled off a moment of magic with his signature Trivela shot that we've seen so many times. We were 60 minutes in now and my team still hadn't put me on, and it was starting to feel like I would never get to play against Ronaldinho. On the pitch, nothing was working for us. Things just kept going wrong at the final moment. If we wanted to win this game, the coach needed to put me on right now. And after 65 minutes of waiting on the bench, the coach finally put me on. And I knew it was up to me to get my team back in this match. My team had been dominated for most of the match, so when I went on, I wanted to show them that it wouldn't be as easy as that anymore. I was determined to make my mark, but I didn't have long left to do it. Every attack, I was ready to pounce in the box, and I knew it was just a matter of time before my big moment came. And when my teammate looked up, I sprinted behind the defenders and I was through. This was the moment. But my shot rolled just past the post, and I'd wasted what might be the best opportunity I'll get. With time running out, we put on our secret weapon, 12-year-old wonder kid Kawan, who plays for Santos, and he changed the game for us. As soon as he came on, he played a lovely ball through to Messi's bodyguard, whose shot was saved at the near post. And then, from the corner, I picked the ball up in the box. It was played out to our teammate who had a shot. It was saved by the keeper, but I ran in, controlled the rebound, and rolled the ball into the net to score my goal. I had done it. I'd scored a goal against Team Ronaldinho to make it 3-3. And of course, I had to pull out a little dance to celebrate. But now, Ronaldinho decided to turn it up another gear. He outran Messi's bodyguard, and then what happened from here was pure Ronaldinho magic. After scoring my goal, I was determined to make a point and score another. The next goal was so important, so when our keeper made a clutch save at one end, my team was straight on the counter-attack. The ball was played to Messi's bodyguard, who chipped the ball into Mo. Mo flicked the header onto me, and I knew it was my time to shine. I ran at the first defender, skipped past him, then drove forward. I did a fake shot past the next, and then smashed the ball past the keeper to score my second goal. After an amazing run, I beat the keeper at his near post. I scored my dream goal in front of Ronaldinho to give my team a 4-3 lead. But could I go on now and score a hat-trick against Ronaldinho? Things got even better for my team as young Cowan danced his way past the defender and won a penalty for our team. The 12-year-old put the ball down to take this crucial penalty. He stepped up and scored. All of that pressure didn't faze him at all and gave us a healthy 5-3 lead. Surely Team Ronaldinho wouldn't come back from here, or would they? Directly from kickoff, they played a long ball over the top and got a goal back straight away to make it 5-4. But this game was far from over now. We needed another goal and fast. Cowan found me at the back post. I set it back to my teammate who chipped the ball into our striker. He chested the ball up. He was so close with that amazing attempt. Time was running out now, and I was trying to make something happen. And then Messi's bodyguard pulled off this crazy Rabona pass to Cowan, who nearly put me through on goal, but was stopped by a class tackle. Then the Yellows went up the other end, and after a crazy mix-up in our box, they managed to equalize the game. After all our hard work and my 2 goals to get us in front, we were back to square one. At this point, I decided to go into striker to try and get us a goal. And I felt like the moment for me to get my hat-trick was coming. And I was right. My teammate ran through on goal, took it past the goalkeeper. I was sprinting into the box. He laid the ball back for me to score my hat-trick. And I dragged my shot wide. I couldn't believe it. That was the big moment I dreamed of, and I wasted it. And to make things even worse, Ronaldinho's team scored again. And now my dream of beating Ronaldinho was slowly fading away. We needed a goal more than ever now, but I wasn't just gonna give up. I was gonna work even harder for my team. After the yellow player knocked it past Cowan, I bodied him and won us a throw-in. Took the quick throw-in to Cowan, who crossed it to Ben, but Ben's attempt was saved. And then with minutes left, my teammate did this. My teammate pulled out this crazy acrobatic volley to give us the lead once again. And after pulling out the goal of the match, we were finally back level at 6-6 with minutes to go. But could we go on and win it now? Playing in this heat, I was so tired, but I kept working and won us a corner. I took the quick corner and my teammate found our winger, who set it to Cowan for the curler, but his shot just went over the bar. If the Yellows scored a late goal, everything we'd worked for would mean nothing. So I tracked all the way back from striker to defend. I stood the player up and won the 1v1 battle. I played a 1-2 with my teammate, bodied my opponent to the ground, and now we were on the counter in the final seconds of the game. A winger ran down the left, cut it back to Cowan, who played it over to the right. He cut it back to the edge of the box where the ball was set for Cowan. And Cowan smashed it into the bottom corner to win us the match. The 12-year-old wonder kid from Santos had done it. After a lovely composed finish into the bottom corner, he makes it 7-6. And with that, my team has defeated Team Ronaldinho. Today was a dream come true. In the biggest match of my life, I scored 2 goals against Ronaldinho.